it's time to write our first getter. And I typically like to steal work for myself, so I'm going to go and copy the start of a function from the strings py. But I'm going to change this to get menu option. Copy that and also place it here. And now how this is going to work is it's going to be a never-ending loop, or a loop that runs around in circles until it has a known good input. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by saying good input is equal to false, so it triggers the first time. And then while not good input, we'll take and ask the user for a value. So we're going to say show option is equal to input. Please select an option. And then we're going to check to see what the option is equal to. The first thing we're going to say is, so if option equals Q, or option equal quit. And spaces don't matter, but I might as well make it pretty. Or option exit we should make option equal just Q, so we don't have to worry about what it actually is. And we're going to set good input equal to true. Else, we're going to print please make a valid choice. And now it should go around in circles until we get a good input. Once we break out of this loop, we can then return option. And now back in Madlibs, we can say if choice, which is going to be equal to whatever option was, Q, and we only have to check one option because we've checked all the possible variants of that, we're going to exit the game. Maybe we'll put a title screen in later, but right now we'll just exit it. So let's see if that works. I press enter. If I type cat, that's not option, but if I type Q, it exits. I should fix this. I should put a space there. So let's do that. And I'm going to go to here, put a colon and a space. That'll make it a little prettier. And in fact, at this point, I'm going to turn off the debugging because we don't really need it at this moment. Later, it'll be very helpful, but right now, it produces extra noise. So enter. I'm now going to press 1. That doesn't work because we haven't coded it yet. I can type capital Q, and that doesn't work. That's kind of annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to go fix this code a little bit. In getters, we're going to change this. We're going to first take whatever option is and say option is equal to option.lower. And lower is a built-in function on strings that makes them lowercase. That way I don't have to worry about uppercase. Also, this is going to get very long quickly. So I'm going to put parentheses around this, and that will let me break it up to multiple lines. So I'm going to break it after the or. I'm break this one after the or. And then I'm going to tab these in one extra time just so it looks better. So if the option is equal to any of these options, it should do it. And I can put more of these in here. I can copy this. And I can say X. So if they type anything like quit or exit, it will automatically quit them out of the game. So now let's copy that block. And let's make a version for if the option is 1 or story 1, spelling counts, in all lowercase because we've only get one version of that, or story 1 without any things there. The option is going to be 1, and good input is true, and it's going to drop back out. Now if I go to my Madlibs, I can now check to see if the choice is 1, we're going to print story 1. Now it's just going to say the story 1 and bring the menu up, but this is a starting point. And I should do holder input, so I'm going to grab the line up here where I held the input open. I'm going to put it down here again, and I'm going to make sure it's lined up properly, so I'm going to backspace that one. And now let's try it out. If I hit enter and I type capital Q now, it quits properly, so I'm going to start again. If I now try 1, story 1, press enter to continue, and it brings the menu back up. So as we add more stories, we can add more options here. And this is a place you can add some secrets or Easter eggs so that when they type special messages, it'll send them to special modes. So now I have my first story. I can access it, and I have my first getter.